From Audi Field in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C., this is the second stage of Premier Rugby Sevens, the inaugural series. Alongside Eagle Ashley Burge, Jack Benjamin with you. We've got the experts, the defending champs from a week ago. They've won a couple titles, including the inaugural event in October in Memphis. They're taking on the Loggerheads, who only won once last week in San Jose. First match of the day about to get underway. And away we go from D.C. So exciting. First time, Ashley, that rugby has been played here on Audi Field.
Yep, first time they've played on this field, and the first time the experts have seen the Loggerheads face to face. They have yet to play this season, so I'm not sure what exactly to expect in this match.
Some nice moves by Christian Detroit, an experts team that has been so dominant. Now they add in Madison Hughes to the mix. That'll be a storyline we talk about all day. The two-time Olympian, longtime captain after his hiatus, is back. Loggerheads struggled at times last week.
It's a great see-through space there. You're looking for a space in the backfield, putting that ball to boot. Not something you see often in Rugby Sevens here, but they retain possessions, and Loggerheads are still moving up the field.
The Loggerheads team last week was 1-2. They only scored 42 points in 6 tries, but they might have one here. Breaking loose, Derek Adams, and he'll slide it and dot it down for the first try here in D.C.
The backfield, which is initially why they put that kick through. This is just really easy. Suck that last defender in and put him through space. Dots it down for an easy 5 points to start the match off.
Conversion try for Patrick Madden is off the mark. Always difficult from that side angle.
You've got somebody like Matai Leuta out on this wing, who is an Olympian and capped Sevens Eagle with a lot of experience, great in the air. The kick didn't really get much height, so it's in the experts' hands attacking down the field.
Again, as compared to the 15s game, this is incredibly quick moving, and
penalty there, not rolling away. So after you make the tackle, you've got to get yourself out of that breakdown, away from that field, so that the other team can come through the gate and try to compete for the ball. Kick doesn't go to touch, so the Loggerheads now have ball in hand and a clean attack right up the middle of the field. They are just tearing the experts' defense apart.
This is Alfie Oyemhonian. Loggerheads still in possession. A group that again is licensed by Rhinos Rugby, so they have a lot of talent from their youth system.
Entry. Keep going back. Keep going back.
Our referee, by the way, is Kat Roach. Heard her there, mic'd up all day long.
It's a great counter ruck by Matai Leuta. Experts had Madison Hughes and Aaron Cummings over that ball trying to jackal it, and Matai Leuta, that big body, cleared not one but 2 jacklers out of the way to maintain possession for the Loggerheads.
Madison Hughes, 29-year-old, two-time Olympian, longtime captain. And it sails over the head of a couple of experts. So that's a miscue.
And not a common mistake by someone like Naya Tapper, who is on the USA Sevens team, a capped Eagle, and playing that position.
Now here's Aaron Cummings. He's been the breakout star of these PR7s, even going back to Memphis, but he slips there. Now we've had a little bit of rain today. There's some more in the forecast. That could be a storyline.
Another USA Sevens capped Eagle was in the U.S. Army World Class Athlete Program as well. So some experience here with somebody like Anthony Wilmers, Naya Tapper, Maddie Tago, Logan Tago, Madison Hughes. They've all played together on, the USA Sevens team. So they have some chemistry, whereas so does the Rhinos. They train together in a day-to-day environment. Or the Loggerheads.
That's a great point. You have talent all over the field. You got familiarity all over the place. And that's something, too, I think, Ashley, in the PR7s, getting familiar is something you have to do quick, because a lot of these guys just came together last week for the first time.
That's the absolute truth.
Just the one try so far from Derek Adams of the Loggerheads, the only scoring. Now, that's well done by the experts. Another turnover off a line out.
And last year's MVP, Logan Tago, Maddie Tago's younger brother, with the ball there in hand.
How about the brothers going at it today? He was actually injured and missed the final. They won it without him in San Jose.
It's a big miss, and he's excited to be back on the field today.
This is Cummings, 4 tries last week. MVP of the Bay Area tournament. Slips down. Welmers gives off. Hughes, a stutter step.
The Loggerheads are not going to give somebody like Madison Hughes any time and space.
And a little seam. And a knockoff.
First game of the weekend, needs to take a breath and really relax, especially in that playmaking position. It is crucial that his mind is right and he is turned on and calm and composed.
Space. Crouch.
Of course, more time can happen depending on the way that things go towards the tail end of that first half. Nice move here on the outside. This is Leuta breaking free and pulling the guys with him. Oh, and what a dump off. A beautiful offload, and Patrick Madden will dot it down.
This replay here, that is just a veteran move. You can tell he's played the game for a long time. He keeps his feet alive in contact. You have one move, one motion once you're tackled onto the ground. So to keep his arms free with another player right on top of him and get an excellent offload to hands, that's a great play by Matai Leuta.
So 10-0. Both conversions miss in that opening half, but the Loggerheads with a 10-0 advantage over the defending champion Experts here at the half in our first match of PR7s in DC.
Handling. The Experts have knocked the ball on 3 or 4 times, and that's what's really causing them this 10-0 break in this game.
Of the PR7s tournament here in Washington, D.C., the nation's capital. Jack Benjamin and Eagle Ashley Burge with you. 2 tries in that first half for the Loggerheads. San Jose stage. Loggerheads with just that 1 point with only the 1 win. Leuta's made a difference early on in this game. A Monterey, California native. A long kick ahead. Pretty good attempt there by Kristi Kirshe.
It's Taryn Meek with the cleanup there. It was a very great grab. They are playing 7 up, the Experts are. That's the second kick the Loggerheads have put through because they are seeing that space in the backfield. If that is retained and recollected by the Loggerheads, that is an easy try for them.
Jake Cassidy and Jeremiah Munoz have come into the game for the Loggerheads. 10-0 again, only 7-minute halves here, so the Experts have work to do.
Back up.
And again, we talked about the familiarity aspect. These two did not meet last week. A little bit of a seam here, though. Aaron Cummings on the edge again. What a move! And he will coast his way and dot it down. That was pretty. 5th try of this series for him. 4 last week for the MVP, and the deficit is halved.
Great look by Aaron Cummings. You see the quick in-step, out-step, just being very aware of his body and the space around him. Both teams are getting a little bit fatigued. This is a very wide pitch at 68 meters in width. That is 2 meters off from the maximum regulation size. So you're seeing some fitness come to play here, getting a little bit narrow. It's going to take players like Aaron Cummings, who are the finishers on each team, to be able to end a play like that, getting themselves back on the board.
And all of a sudden, he's making his USA Sevens debut in January.
Yep, and he's a player that I actually had the pleasure of playing with at Davenport in Michigan. I went to college with him. He's worked very hard for a lot of years to really learn this game, and he's getting a lot of opportunities now, which is really incredible for him.
Oh, and another great opportunity here. How about the Experts responding in this second half. Beautifully done, Naya Tapper.
After a few mistakes he's made earlier in the game, he's got some extra work to do for his team, and that is exactly what you need by a playmaker in that position. He's seeing a lot of distance between the two defenders. He's got the speed, he's got the explosiveness to get himself right underneath the post.
And Madison Hughes converts. That's critical. That gives them the lead. It's 12 unanswered in this second half.
When it comes down to those critical moments, you're going to leave it in somebody's hands like Madison Hughes, who is very detailed and technical and has, you know, those pressure moment experiences to just dot that down right underneath the post.
What's going on? Okay.
Feels like a big sequence now for the Loggerheads to restore some momentum. Well controlled off the kickoff. Couple new bodies are out there. William Honian. And a penalty he'll go here for the experts.
And that's the second turnover Maddie Tago has had at the breakdown. You saw the missed tackle by younger brother Logan Tago. Well, for the experts, now that they are in control and in the lead, they just have to stay disciplined. We saw too many errors in that first half. If they are able to keep the ball in hands, they are a threat, and we have seen that. With somebody like Madison Hughes, who is actually subbed off the field now, but these really elite players, you've got Naya Tapper in the center position now. If they can maintain possession, they will tear this Loggerhead team apart.
2-point lead for the experts inside 60 seconds in regulation.
Up and around.
Penalty to the experts. An up and around call and a little seam again. To Mohiloa. Breaks a tackle. Still moving. Oh, what an offload. And the experts strike again. Just running away now in this second half. And that is so well done. Rob Johns on the converting end. But that was all set up, Ashley, by the play of Tua Mohiloa.
Yes, they've been doing a great job. You see him transfer the ball while in motion to really create confusion by the defense, give him a stiff blow to throw him to the ground, and then the support is there to offload the ball. He could have gone the whole way himself, but it's great support by Rob Johns.
Conversion is good, and that is all she wrote in this one. The experts, the champs from stage 1 in San Jose, down 10-0 at the half, respond with 19 unanswered in the second half and win it 19-10 here in the first match of the PR Sevens. DC stopped the district tournament off to a great start.